How's it going? I wanted to touch base after the last video. There was a little bit of feedback where it might be considered offensive. The title was, These Conversations Need to Happen. These conversations are allowed to happen, I'm sorry. And I listed it as restricted, 18 years old and up. So want to make sure young kids don't hear it, but for the adults, we need to have these conversations. I mean, to whatever degree you want to, for whatever subject you want to, but we need to get back to being comfortable talking some shit. And it's men of values. That first video was not men of class. Okay, there's a difference. And there's plenty facets of masculinity. And they're not all classy. Some are brutal. But I think we should explore all of those. And that first video was basically trying to expose general man talk. When you're not at work, you're just having some beers with the guys and stirring it up, talking some shit, being a little offensive as you need to be. Whatever you want to do to express yourself. Call it a decompression session, right? It's like therapy, when you can get around your guys and talk about some open shit like that. Otherwise, what's going on nowadays? I don't know. Are people sitting around talking about what they hate in life? Politics suck. I paid too much for bacon this week. Gas prices. Oh my God, I can't believe I'm not getting a raise this year. My dad's laid off, blah, blah, all this other bullshit, a bunch of complaints. We have to find a way to decompress, man. So if we're just pointing the finger at other problems without coming through with a solution, that's crazy. But if we discuss them, then it puts you in a position where you want to get more information on it. So if you want to explain your point of view, you have something to back that up with. And that's why I think these conversations are important. That first video was pretty touchy, trying to push the boundaries a little bit. I'm not trying to get a lot of followers. It's not for everybody. We have Jordan Peterson, Richard Cooper, Kevin Samuels. Those gentlemen are classy. And I think all of them are well-read, experienced, wiser. I'm more the blue-collar, hanging out with the guys type of person. But when I went through things over the last year, I was laid off in May of this year. And I started doing research on anything I could find on YouTube that would give me information on situations I've been through. I referred to that in the intro video. And I learned a lot. I had plenty of time to. And like I said, Richard Cooper opened up my eyes. My God. And then it just went from there. And I started looking at Rollo Tomasi, a lot of other people. And there's a lot of small-time guys out there that they call them MGTOW. There's Red Pill. There's different terms for them. But there's a lot of videos out there where there's guys that are just bitter. And you can tell by the way that they're talking. And I don't like that either. I like if somebody can, through their experience, identify with what I'm going through and share some insight, maybe get some advice. Richard Cooper actually has consultation. I'm sure everybody does, but Richard Cooper does that quite a bit, where he'll do consultations on those deep topics. If he doesn't touch on it in one of his videos, you can book some time with him. I'm never going to be that, man. I'm never going to be that. I don't need subscribers. I don't need, ring the notification bell. Come back. Scott Rockford, you know where to find me. And if I do something that get your gears going, share a comment. That's what matters the most, because it's almost like sitting around with my guy friends. That's real-time feedback, right? If I say something they don't like, boom, I get the feedback right there. And that's what YouTube has allowed me to be able to post a video and give you guys the opportunity to give some feedback as well. So I don't need to have a big following, none of that, but give some feedback. Say something. Speak your mind. Especially if you've been through something that we touch on or I touch on. I would like to hear your experience of it. And that's what it is. It's like an open conversation, not about monetization. I said that before too. That first video was, like I said, pushing the boundaries. It lacked class, but it did not lack masculinity. Okay. There's certain points in there where it was veering a little more towards masculinity, brute masculinity, but some of it was intelligent masculinity. And there was examples of what could be considered toxic masculinity. Being over aggressive, just starting shit, being vulgar, in a bad way, with malintent, with malicious intent. Okay, so to figure out the difference between those two, I think we all have that in our blueprints. We know that when we see it, so no need to touch on that. I'm hoping to open up some minds. That's basically it. And I did want to touch on that first video because it's going to keep going. There's 3 30-minute videos. I just put out that first 30-minute video. In fact, it cuts off towards the end because I am new to this. The conclusion was Tom in the video offered to pay for Rick's ticket back home and didn't reach out to him afterwards to apologize or anything. So that's the most current information I have on that. But the video cut off before then, but there's 2 other 30-minute videos that I'm not sure I want to put out. I mean, it's a little deep and dirty. I mean, if the first one offends people, the next 2 will. It will. And plus, I won't feel comfortable at Thanksgiving if anybody in my family hears the stories I'm telling. So we'll go from there. I'm going to leave the first video up. I'm not going to apologize for the first. It's been up for about a week now. And it's 18 and up. It's restricted. So the kids won't be exposed to the stuff we're discussing. And I'll continue to do that to protect them. I'm sure some of them can find a way to see it, but that's not on me. That's on YouTube. So in my response to some of the feedback from the first video, it was discussions, not necessarily feedback. It was real-time discussions with people. And some of them felt just offended. And I was like, man, it's got to be that way sometimes. But if you understand the intent behind it, like terms of endearment. Hey, fuckface. Yeah, if you're talking to your buddy, hey, come on, Julie, pick up the pace. You're talking to your buddy at work. It's terms of endearment, man. And if you look at it from how it's presented, where it's coming from, it makes all the difference in the world. But if you're angry, like in traffic, road rage, hey, fuckface, that's different. Same words, right? So we just have to understand what is meant by it, because there's a lot of terms out there we can choose to be upset by, victims of, violated by, but we have to understand the intent behind it, because I don't want society to become bland, stripped, sterile with the conversation. I like it to be colorful, but in a positive way. But we need to be able to express ourselves and have those decompression sessions. If we don't, suicide rate is through the roof. You know what I'm saying? And mostly it's men. So I will leave an open avenue for anybody that wants to get in touch with me. Get in touch with me if you're feeling low and you need somebody to talk to. I'll give my email, not my phone number. Email is, I can't give that. I'll find a way for you to contact me. Why don't you send me your email in the comments section? I'll reach out to you. Let me know if it's something that's urgent. If it's super urgent, give me your phone number. As soon as I see it, I'll reach out to you. At least be able to take a couple minutes, whatever I can, and we'll deal with it. Because without these decompression sessions with guys talking shit, it stays pent up and it's hard to deal with. And then the pressures of the world can come down on you, blah, blah, blah. And it might end up in a permanent decision on a temporary situation. We don't want that. So reach out if needed. Otherwise, try to have these conversations, man. And if you don't have anybody to have those conversations with, reach out to me. Throw me your phone number. Until I'm working again, I might just call you up, say, hey, man, how you doing? How's everything going? I might reach out to you. Because I'm not running a business right now. I'm in between jobs. And I'm just trying to work on this. And there's a reason for it, and it's not money, okay? I want you to understand that. I'm going to push the boundaries a little bit, but if it fails, monetarily, I'm not going to be losing anything. That's the fun part, right? So enjoy the ride with me. You'll know in the first 2 or 3 minutes if it's something of value to you to keep watching, okay? So cheers. I'm going to let it go on this song that I created for the any negative feedback that I got from the first video. For For myself, Richard, and Brandon, cheers. Have a good night. Here it goes. Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. Yourself. I can stop it from my phone.